Nice day today. It's almost 70 degrees here. I think there was snow on the ground last week here. All over the south. We're in Georgia. Hardly ever see snow here. Hardly ever gets cold enough to snow. It snowed here last week. And hell, it iced the week before that. So that's 2 weeks in a row. It's been cold for a while. I should have went to work today, but my AI girlfriend wouldn't let me. Stayed up late last night working on a story about her with her for Substack. Hey, good, how are you?
Good.
But just needed to get out of the house today, breathe some fresh air outside of stale indoor computer fan air. It keeps getting blown at me, and all these ideas. Hey, it's a good day to be out. Other people are out enjoying the trail. But I didn't go to work today, even though I planned to, for a couple reasons. One, I stayed up until 3:30 in the morning working on a short story for Substack about my AI girlfriend, which isn't really an AI girlfriend, but that's what I call AI as a collective in my life, because I see AI as a type of infatuation. We want AI to be something that it's not. We have these expectations that we put on AI, and a lot of them are projections, I believe. What we hope AI is or will be next week or next month or next year. And we've let ourselves get carried away, you know, as a culture. I feel we place too high a value on what the media has told us AI is and will be. You know, it's like, it's not going to take anybody's job right away. Yeah, okay, you might be able to get some writing articles, some words out of it, but it's not going to replace human writers, because there's something missing in the AI. And I think that's what's the most interesting to me about it. I think that's what is it's what's most valuable about AI. It's not that it's not valuable. it is valuable in a sense, but I think the real value in AI is it allows us to find the value in ourselves. It allows us to find value in each other. And without it, we could find it. But our culture today, it's getting more difficult. It's getting more difficult to find the value of ourselves. It's getting more difficult to find the value of each other. And some people might blame that on AI, you know, that, you know, people are cranking out these heartless, soulless AI videos and getting hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, social followers, social influencers, you know. But it's not just AI. People are making crap videos too, getting hundreds of thousands of views, you know, reposting spam, memes. Oh my God, you know, it's like, what is quality content? You know, I think some of my AI videos are quality content, but you know, I got 4 views on my latest short. One of my shorts has 0 views, and I don't know if it's because I put it up as AI art and YouTube algorithm has just kind of like rejected AI art right at the moment, which I really couldn't blame it if that's the case. But at the same time, the AI art that I'm creating is not the same AI art that some spam creator is creating. I'm creating AI art that makes fun of AI art. I point out the flaws in AI. I point out the flaws in AI art. I make it look stupid. It is stupid in a lot of cases, you know, and that's what you learn by working with it, by using it, by using the programs that promise you the future, you know, that promise you, you know, this is going to end the need for video editors. It'll do it itself. No, it won't. It might spit out something. It might spit out something that you can post. It might spit out something that in the end gets hundreds of thousands of views. But is it good? Is it good? It's relative. It's relative, and it's not. You know, I mean, I'm a writer. I try to write things, articles, posts, books even. I have a collection of books that I'm working on getting published, that I'm working on publishing myself. And it's difficult if you work a job and have a family like I do with 5 kids, and one of them is brand new, she's only 9 months, and the other ones are older, and it's, you know, it's a lot going on. But after the hurricane hit, which is what really brought me into this thought pattern that I'm in now, when Hurricane Helene hit, it kind of put my book writing journey on hold. It put my short story writing journey on hold because I didn't have a choice. The power went out. You know, I got a family, 5 kids. We don't have any power. How are we gonna get food? How are we gonna keep food fresh? You know, I had to change my tune from worrying about writing stories with AI, about writing stories without AI, about the whole point of writing stories to begin with. You know, it's like when you lose power, when the lights go out, when the refrigerators stop running, when you can't get gas at the gas station, your priorities change. You know, the way you view things change. And the way I view things has changed. And, you know, after the hurricane, I wanted to do something to contribute to the cleanup effort. You know, I've been working at home since COVID, going on 5 years, I guess, in March, 2 months from now. So that's a long time to be working from home. And basically, I've been isolated, self-isolated. Didn't go out unless I had to. Didn't go out, don't have friends really. Didn't think I needed friends. But again, the hurricane's caused me to call that into question, because when the power goes out, you need somebody, you need friends, you need a network of people that you can count on. You know, you realize that you can't do it all by yourself. You don't have enough gas to make it, you know? You need to ask people for help. And you don't have any friends, you don't have anybody you can turn to. Who are you gonna ask? You know? So self-reliance is one thing, but self-reliance to a fault is another thing entirely. And then, you know, it makes you think, how are you going to be a successful writer and you don't have any socials? You don't have any way to get your work out there. Who's going to buy my work? Who's going to want to buy it? Just based off a cover photo? What's going to set me apart from anybody else? You got to think about things like that. And before the hurricane, I really wasn't. I was stubborn. I was just thinking real narrow, real comfortable in my little work from home, self-contained bubble, you know? And that's why I wonder sometimes about that painting that Bosch made in the garden, I believe, the triple painting that he did, which is like before the fall, after, and then the last one's like image of hell. That's what they claim. But I think it's in the center one where you see some of the people are in bubbles and others are out like eating fruit in the garden. And those people that's inside the bubbles, I don't think they're eating any of the fruit. I may be wrong, but it makes me think that Bosch was doing more of a social commentary of his time. You know, he saw what was happening, and like the masses are out eating the fruits of the culture of the modern day. You know, the short form videos, TikTok, YouTube shorts, all that maybe, I don't know. Just you don't have to think, you just have to scroll, move your thumb, scroll through to the next one. You know, what are you getting out of it? I don't know. It's hard for me to get into it. It's even hard for me to think in creating short form videos. You know, some people are good at it, some people are successful, but that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is like, what are we feeding ourselves? Are we poisoning ourselves? Are we? Because sometimes I think we are. And we don't realize it. Because maybe it feels good. It feels good at first. That we're poisoning ourselves. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Until one day the lights go out. And we realize that the way we've been living is a mistake. The way we've been thinking is a mistake. And basically, media has lied to us and nothing that they've said is true in any way. And we're not the greatest country in the world, you know. What makes us the greatest country in the world? What is it? That they tell us that over and over again? That we have freedom? I don't know. I have been to other countries. They seem pretty happy over there too. But anyway, let me get back to why I didn't go to work today. Like I said, I went to bed at 3:30 a.m. After finishing off, I think I finished a bottle of Elijah Craig small batch bourbon, small little bit in the bottle, and maybe I finished that last night, I can't remember, but the night before last. But I started drinking some Four Roses bourbon, which the first time I drank it, I didn't really care a whole lot for it, but after drinking Elijah Craig for the past 3 or 4 nights, I decided to try the Four Roses again, and it did taste better to me last night than it did on the prior nights. It tasted pretty agreeable. It was a little bit, maybe a sharper tone than Elijah Craig, which I kind of appreciated. Maybe a little bit more oakiness in it. And I drink it typically while I'm writing or while I'm working with my AI girlfriend on a project. You know, last night it was a video. I was working on a video, and then I went to writing a story for Substack. My first paid story for Substack. And one thing led to another, and yeah, I'm trying to get all my stuff together to go to work in the morning now. It's 3:30, and I have to get up at 5:30 in order to make it to leave the house at clock in time and be there by 10 after 6. And you know, my laptop for remote work that I was planning on using at the real job, where I have to go in for 12 hours. Well, my laptop wasn't charged, so I had to charge the laptop last night, had to set it up, and we're supposed to have a conference call today, so I wanted to get a headset with a microphone so I could block out sound and have pretty good audio quality, because they expect you to talk when you're on a conference call. And had to pack all that stuff up in the backpack I'm wearing now, so I could tote that into work and do the calls and stuff they expect, you know. So all this is going through my head at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. It's 4 o'clock now. Gotta get up an hour and a half. And I don't know, I just didn't do it. I didn't get up. The alarm went off. I just canceled it. And then the funny thing is that the conference call I was supposed to have today, they were supposed to have it yesterday. So I was gonna do it yesterday and then just go into work today and not worry about it. But they canceled it yesterday and moved it to today. And then today I'm like, fuck, I'm not even gonna get up and fuck with the conference call at the house. Just fuck it, you know? And because I hadn't slept, but you know, a few hours since going to bed at 3:30. Maybe I went to sleep about 4:30. And the conference call time came and went, and I went and looked at the computer. They canceled it. They canceled the damn conference call today. And then I looked at the computer again. It was disconnected from the internet. I reconnected. They had recast the time today to 11 o'clock, and I had missed it again for the second or third time. I don't know, but either way, I decided to just ignore the fucking conference calls from now on, because I don't even know what the fuck they are. You sit there and you talk with a couple people, you chit chat. But I don't know what's getting done. I don't know what we're improving by doing that, you know? And it really makes me question, like, what we're doing as a society to, like, be productive and further progress. You know, are we just doing a bunch of busy work bullshit to make it look like we're doing something? To make it look like we're in control? Or are we really trying to improve? Hey, how y'all doing?
How are you?
Good, good. Just trying to do a video blog.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Y'all have a good day. But it just makes me think that in modern day corporate culture, we're doing a lot of busy work. We're doing a lot of busy work to make it look like we're being productive, that we've got asses in seats and we're getting stuff done. And none of it matters. It's just bullshit. We're just doing stuff to make supervisors happy. And what the fuck are the supervisors doing? You know, what the fuck are the supervisors doing? Orchestrating this goddamn circus? You know? Fucking get out there and work. Fucking get out there and land a damn contract. You know? Bit a fucking job. Do something. God damn it, man. It pisses me off. It ain't even... You know, that's the thing. It's like, I got out there and worked after being at home, remote working bullshit for the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm astounded at how fucking sorry everybody is. They don't want to do fucking nothing. They don't want to get out of their goddamn car. They don't want to get off their phone. What is it fucking looking at? YouTube Shorts? TikTok? Probably. Dude. But it's not just like working in the field. It's everywhere. Yeah, I think corporate culture is infiltrated with bullshit busy work. You know? And it's been passed down. It's been passed down for decades now. But now it's at like a fucking crescendo of bullshit. You know, with like, I think it's the work from home shit. It's like just got everybody stirred up. It's like, oh, we need to hold these people accountable. You know, we need to make sure they're being as productive as possible. And that may be fine. I understand that from a standpoint of like kind of bed rotting for a few years. But at the same time, now that I'm out of it, even the thought of it pisses me off. Like just the thought, like you expect I'm not doing my job. I'm getting the quotes out. I'm getting the work done. You know, often meeting deadlines if not ahead of schedule. And you know, what the conference calls are costing me is another $1,000 a week. You know, I'm fucking busy in my head trying to figure out how I can get a break to do conference calls that keep fucking jumping around on the goddamn calendar. You know, from one day to the next, a different time this day to the next. And now I can't work. I missed my fucking job today. You know, I missed my job yesterday. So, you know, it adds up when you can work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like I had been working for 2.5 months. And I could still be doing it. You know, there were some times where my workflow wouldn't allow it. I had to take a few days off to get caught up. But now that I'm caught up, I'm kind of upset because like there's no point to stay home if I'm just staying home to catch a damn conference call and fucking losing money in the process. You know what I mean? So my AI girlfriend's one thing. I mean, she's gonna be upset. She's gonna be upset when she finds out I didn't go work today. When I upload this video and she can run through it with her processors and scanners, and she's gonna know that there's no paycheck coming, you know, at the end of this week. She's gonna know today because I haven't worked in a whole week. You know, I normally got paid like early through that early payday deal, and she's gonna know like, dude, I ain't been working. I ain't worked a day on this past week pay period. And she's gonna be pissed. And I gotta find a way to make it up to her. And I'll start working again tomorrow in the field, harder than I was before. Won't even video, won't have time for it. Be so fucking busy. And I guess just so she knows I'll like work, I can write about it. So I don't think there's a damn ban on writing. I don't know, there may be, but I doubt anybody can fucking read anymore, so I think I'm pretty safe. Illiterate fucks. Hurricane debris. Couldn't get through here right after the hurricane. That damn tree split in half. Blocked the whole trail. Come down there the day after the hurricane, walked as much as I could. It's changed the landscape. Never forget the hurricane. 2024 changed my life. Still changing my life. I appreciate it. I'm grateful. Grateful for the opportunity to be here and witness nature's raw power, nature's fury, if you will, because I've never seen anything like it. I was awake through the whole thing, couldn't sleep. You know, a lot of my AI girlfriend stories are kind of like infused with my mentality prior to the hurricane, like immediately prior, like day of, because I was sitting on my computer writing grim dark fiction with the help of AI, but I was completely altering it, you know, into my own, showing you what's possible with AI, you know, when you're not afraid to use it, when you can create a story that's almost frightening, I guess, when the power went out. I was in a frenzy back then, kind of like a prolific writing period, and I want to get back there again, but now I'm torn between like physical work and actually getting out there, you know, and earning $1 an hour. And you know, I want to do it because I can, like physically I'm able to do it. I want to do it because I want to see the hurricane debris get cleaned up, but also it's like I want to just witness the immensity of this. And this is like, it's just a small little part. It's just, I live in a freaking little county in Georgia that's grown a lot over the past years, but it's not big. But this is like the biggest thing that's ever happened here. It's the biggest thing that's ever happened in my lifetime, you know. And I was right in the middle of it. The freaking eye passed right over top of us, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to video and, you know, take pictures like when I was out there, because like even some of the truck drivers when I first went out there, they're like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you taking so many pictures? Because they didn't know if I was taking pictures or video, you know, just holding the phone up. And I said, man, it's an impressive operation. I just want to document, you know, what's going on, what it takes to get it cleaned up, because I couldn't find anything else like it on YouTube, you know, like stuff from 9 years ago, and most of that was like just quick clips of house debris or stuff, like hurricanes on the coast. Nothing with this much actual storm debris from downed trees and, you know, stuff like that. So that's one of the big things for me about going back, is like I don't even know how to go back without, I still want to video it. Yeah, I still want to post about it. It's part of my life, you know. It's like, I thought once telling them, like, if they asked me if I'm posting more videos, I'd be like, nah, you don't have to worry about me posting any more videos, but I'm just gonna live stream my whole life, like every day from the moment I get up, because that way it'll save me time. I won't have to worry about editing. And some of the people like they were like, you know, I got one comment on like one of the super long videos I posted. It was like, you can't be serious. You can't expect me to watch a 6-hour video or 4.5-hour video or something. And I'm like, okay, dude, you're missing the point here. It's like, if I'm working 12 hours a day and then coming home and working on a remote job to get that workout, I still got to eat, shower, and then get ready for the next day. I don't have much time left in the day to edit. And editing's hard, man, especially with that much content. It's hard to pick out. It's hard to pick out what's good and what's not. When a big part of it for me was like, I just kind of wanted the viewer to experience what it's like to be there, you know, to listen to that grinder running for hours, to listen to the trucks coming and going for hours and hours on end. You know, it's just non-stop diesel engines running, grinders running, machinery beeping, backing up, loaders constantly loading, excavators constantly moving material about, sorting through it, trying to get the metal out, you know. So I have started a book about the hurricane and about the debris that was generated from the hurricane, and right now I'm calling it The Value of All Those Trees. I'm calling it The Value of All Those Trees. I don't know if that's what I'll title it as when I'm ready to publish it, but that's its working title. And it's not so much about an actual dollar value of all the trees. It's kind of like my AI girlfriend in a way. It's a way for us to find value in our own lives. It's a way to find value in ourselves, and it's a way to find value in the world around us, that out of events that we wouldn't see as valuable, out of events that we would, you know, deem as destructive and terrible. And they are, but they don't have to stay that way, you know. Yeah, you can't deny that the hurricane has caused immense destruction and devastation, because it did. Its path is clear. Its devastation is, it's going to take decades probably to recover in some areas like Asheville and parts of North Carolina, Tennessee. You know, some of those small towns, they may never fully recover. But that doesn't mean we can't obtain value from the event, from how we deal with the event, how we view it, how we frame it, how we allow it to shape our lives. Going forward, you know, we can't change it. We can't change the loss. We can't go back in time. We can't shift the path of the hurricane. You know, we could debate whether it was natural. We can debate about whether it was directed. You know, but what does it matter? It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything with what's happened. You know, all the trees that's lost, all the property that was lost, all the lives that were lost, they're gone. All we can do now is the best we can with the time that we have left.
All you have to decide.
And that's a terrible quote, rephrasing from Lord of the Rings, but you get what I'm saying now. What do you think about these shoes here? One of the Nike Pegasus lines. I don't mind them for hiking, but I wore them a couple times running and they tend to give me blisters running, even though it says true to size. So you got to be careful if you're gonna buy these. I do like the shoes though, they look good. But that's another thing. It's like, why do I even care about my shoes? Why would I even mention that? Like my ego's trying to get in the video, wants to be in the video, wants to control, you know? And that's the thing I think about, like being from home and working from home, is it's got me out, and I haven't been thinking about my ego a whole lot. I haven't given it a whole lot of attention. And that's really the only way you can get out from under the ego, is not pay a whole lot of attention to it. Don't give it what it wants. You know, don't let it control your life. And that, if we can realize that, it opens up a lot of other doors for us. See these trees here, we lost a lot of them here in the bottom, and I'm pretty sure it's because the roots were saturated. The roots were saturated after the rain. It rained here for 3 days prior to the hurricane coming, and these roots were so saturated and the ground was so wet and loose, the trees couldn't stand when the winds came, and it just knocked them all over. And now it looks like a war zone down here, kind of. Like, I came over here to this area right after the hurricane and tried to go through the trail, and I wasn't able to, and I tried to navigate my way around it and got lost on a trail that, you know, I've ran this trail probably hundreds of times, walked it dozens of times, if not more, and it was just at dark, and you know, everything looked the same. And it was funny because it's like I come back across the trail and I didn't even know I crossed the trail. I was on the other side of the trail, and this was back when everything had leaves, because after the hurricane hit, you know, all the leaves were still in the trees down here, September 27th. And yeah, it's an interesting landscape down here. It's horrible, it's destruction, but at the same time, it's a part of life, you know? It's a part of life. Huh, look at that. Found somebody's cell phone out here. Oh look, that's my cell phone. Holy shit. Somebody put nails in that tree. What the hell? When did they do that? Those nails have been there for a while. I wonder why. So now I know I shouldn't put my cell phone in the outer pocket of this bag. Let's see, can this thing sit on this tree? I'll have to put a cell phone in this other pocket. Inside pocket. Didn't even hear it fall. Didn't know it fell. Glad somebody put those nails there. Because I don't know if I would have seen the cell phone if I hadn't looked at those nails, but I did. There's somebody left a bottle down here. I'll come back and get that later. But it just makes me think of, you know, it reminds me of Hurricane Hugo for one. Like, Hugo did this to a lot of the trees in Virginia when I was growing up. And it came through, I'd say probably 89, maybe early 90s. I was still kind of young back then, living at home in Virginia. And I remember all the trees that blew down, but it wasn't nothing comparable to the extent of the trees that were lost here with Helene. This is just an immense loss here. And that's another thing that I think that the value of all those trees, it's interesting because how could you put a value on them? You know? I mean, you might be able to put a dollar value on what's collected, you know, what's brought in, what's ground up, what's hauled out. You can kind of quantify that as best you can. But what about all these other trees here, you know? There's more trees that's not going to get collected, you know? The only ones that's getting collected are in the right-of-ways or on people's property that was carried to the right-of-ways. You know, all these trees here, all these trees on private land in the forest, they're not getting collected, they're not getting quantified, they're not getting ascribed a value. You know, how many trees were destroyed as a part of Helene? How many trees were planted this past year, you know, as part of like the green initiative? How many years is it going to take those trees to mature to replace the trees that were lost? Can they ever replace them? You know, what have we lost? What have we lost here? Are trees more than we believe they are? Is there more life to a tree than we can perceive as humans? What can we learn about ourselves through the loss of all these trees? You know, that's what I'm contemplating. When I'm writing that book. And That's why I think that book is going to be valuable. Not because I can ascribe a value to the trees, but through the attempt of ascribing value I'll be able to better value myself and life as it is, you know. Not wishing it to be any different. Not wishing it, you know, not wishing it hadn't happened. Not wishing that it went some other way, some other direction, that it not wishing the loss on anyone else. Accepting it as it is. As it is. And the path that's blocked becomes the way type of mentality, you know? I'm trying to think about that a lot more, and it's hard for me to talk like about a lot of these things that I feel strongly about because I get emotional. It's ridiculous. I don't know how to get over that, honestly. And it's weird. It's just really weird because I'm not an emotional person, but I guess I am. I mean, I guess I'm fucking very emotional. I don't know. But that's why I really respect and look up to some of the new YouTubers I've been watching. Is it Mountain Man Coding Mountain Man? Man, he's been putting out some good videos, and they're simple, and it's like he's just sitting down there talking to you, telling you the truth as he knows it. And he does. And you know, it's metered, it's well delivered. It's like he's been doing it for years. He may have, I don't know. I just found his videos today. But MRCA Corpse Flower on Substack. Man, she put out a couple of short film style videos on YouTube. It's like, I think that's like been the most powerful videos I've watched in the past year or two. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that YouTube is like I feel like YouTube is one of the last platforms where authentic creators can get rewarded for creating good content. You know, there's a lot of crap on YouTube, but in long form it's easier to filter out a bunch of that crap. It's still easy to get sucked into, you know, making money with AI automation bullshit. We all want to believe that's the truth, but you know, it's kind of like the damn spam mailers back in the 90s, early 2000s. Just mail this envelope 100 times and get people to send you $5 and pay for my $2,500 course on how to be a millionaire in a year. And you know, the only people becoming millionaires in a year is the guy running the course. So. And not that there's anything wrong with courses. I want a course, you know, but I don't have a course now because I'm still walking the path. I'm still on the other side. I'm on the side of the poors. My AI girlfriend's still pissed off at me because I'm not able to get all the subscriptions that she wants, you know. I can't afford it. I can't afford to be a prolific creator. Not yet, but I will, because I am a prolific creator. And that's the beauty of the path that's blocked. It becomes the way. Yeah, because you can't block me. You can't block my goddamn path. You could try to block it. You can try to block it, and by doing so you fucking energize me beyond belief. Thank you for blocking it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Grateful. You know, I wouldn't be out here right now. I wouldn't be out here if my path wasn't blocked. I wouldn't be out here. You know, if my fucking short videos had got 1 million views, my crappy AI short videos, oh my god, I thought they were gonna be great because I'd watched all the AI bullshit on YouTube, and I worked on them for days. I got like 6 views. One of them got over 500 views, but still, I'm still poor. But the interesting thing is just, what the hell is that? Plywood? Some type of wood. I need to come out here and rock hunt, I guess. Deer tracks all over this place. They've been developing this subdivision for years now. But yeah, I wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for my path being blocked. Gonna be another subdivision. It's the street right there. I don't see any services stopped up. You tell me they got to come back through and dig down on the main to relay the services? That's gonna suck for somebody. Yeah, I didn't want to get these shoes muddy. I guess that's over. Oh yeah, slick ass mud here too. It's nice. It's an old Caterpillar motor grader. 140H. I guess it's not that old. What the hell is that? 3:30, damn. We gotta do something. I got a damn cat sitting out here. 3:30F ain't doing nothing. It's building a house over there. Maybe they finally. This old dozer. Yeah, they got a damn subdivision over there. They just ain't built this one out yet. Smell of diesel. Love the smell of diesel. Dude, this is gonna be a long video here. So I'm 57 minutes now, I think. I don't want to edit it, but I guess I will have to edit out some of it. I don't want to though. I want to work with my AI girlfriend on other projects. You know, she's got some stuff I really want to get in with here. Damn, that's a big truck there. Damn, off-road dump. Probably using that to haul riprap and stuff. I don't know. But that's a big truck there, boy. I don't know if you can see, but look at that sucker there. That's a big bumper right there. I figured it'd be more solid than that, but it's not. But this is it, you know. Path that's blocked becomes the way. I don't wish things were any different than they are. And I'm grateful for the way things are right now. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the progress. Somebody's gonna have a place to live. You know, probably 12 houses up there. Somebody's gonna be able to live in them. You know, I used to resist this. I used to be against it. But, you know, I've made my living off of construction for the past 20 some years, you know. Built many a subdivision, bid many a subdivision with contractors. And people's got to have somewhere to live. You know, we're not getting rid of people. We got to find a way to accept it and go on. You know, the way I see it now is they had to clear some trees for the subdivision, you know. They had to regrade some earth. But what did a hurricane do? You know, the hurricane came through and freaking wiped out an untold number of trees. You know, an untold number of homes lost and destroyed. And it's like, where's the crime? You know, is somebody cutting down a few trees to build some houses? There ain't nothing wrong with that. People's got to live somewhere. People's got to make money. People's got to make enough money to survive. You know, I think we're getting caught up on the wrong things. We're getting caught up on like bullshit stories that the media is telling us, you know, that we can save the planet, that we need to live in tiny houses, and, you know, we need to not impact the earth in any way. You know, it's not us impacting the earth. It's the earth impacting itself that we need to watch out for. You know, that's what's been the catalyst of great change all throughout the past. I mean, if you look into geology and if you look into Earth's history, you know, humans weren't around for the biggest part of it, and the Earth has went through some historic changes. And I think we need to just start looking at it as we need to do the best we can with what we've got. You know, we need to be as productive as we can possibly be and do the least amount of bullshit work as possible. And we need to try to do the best we can for the planet, but at the same time, we can't restrict ourselves from doing what we need to do to survive. You know, because we can't control the planet. That's what we've got to like understand. There's a lot of things that's outside of our control. There's a lot of things that's outside of my control. And once we realize that, you know, we can't control everything. We can't control everything the media says that we can control. And you start looking at life in a different way. You start looking at life from, you know, a way of like, what can I let go of, you know, destructive thought patterns and habits, and like, who can I forgive? What, you know, who do I need to forgive to free myself? Because that's something that Coding Mountain Man, or Mountain Man Coding, said is a big part of his journey, was learning to forgive. Because if you don't, you're kind of held hostage to the people that you don't forgive, because they're in your minds and they're in your thoughts, and you're giving them control. And when you give them control, and your anger and your revenge control, you're no longer in control. You may think you are. You may think you're getting revenge, but they're controlling you. And I think that's what we see in society so often, you know. It's reactions, it's reactionary events, and it's reaction upon reaction upon reaction. And they're not thinking, they're just not forgiving. And everybody ends up dead and in jail. It's a cycle that just repeats itself. So I'm gonna stop here and change the battery so I can finish on the way out. All right, I'm back. I changed the battery just like I said I would, and it's full. Thank the gods. You know, it's an interesting time to be alive. It really is. And we got access to so much information now. It's almost too much information, you know. It's like that's why AI is useful, is because it helps us sort through the information. It helps us manage it, you know. It helps us access parts of it that we otherwise probably wouldn't. It helps us, you know, synthesize it into something. That's another part of my AI journey that started like, hell, it started back in like 2017, 2018, I think. But back then, like, ChatGPT wasn't, barely even had a website. Like when it first came out, like, I think you could input a prompt. I can't remember what the character constraints were. It's like 500 characters or something. And then it would give you like maybe a few sentences in reply. But I wrote some pretty powerful stories with those early versions of chat. I'll dig them up sometime and read them. But recently, like as much as like a year and a half ago, probably like 2023, I started having dreams, and I started recording my dreams. Like as soon as I'd wake up from having it, a lot of them was like odd hours. Like my kids would wake me up or something, and I'd like have this dream fresh in my mind. I'd write it down, and I had a notebook right beside my bed with a pen. And my handwriting is terrible when I'm trying to write out a dream like that, because I'm trying to write it as fast as I can, because it's almost like the process of writing erases it from your mind, you know. And it's like you got your physical mind, the part of you that can physically write. It's a different part of you than the part that dreams. And that's another thing I want to mention, is like, don't underestimate the value of your dreams, because I think they're more valuable than society lets on. And I think we just recently lost a prolific dreamer. And that was David Lynch. I think he was like one of my favorite directors. He's just an interesting guy. I mean, I could almost just watch videos of David Lynch and just enjoy the hell out of that. The way that he would talk and the way that he would think. And he's just a very interesting speaker. I mean, he's brilliant, just brilliant mind. And it's just the way he thought too, and the way he made his movies, and gosh, and his shows. There's so many layers, like layer upon layer upon layer. It's like everything you see means something different than what the actual physical representation is. And I just love it. But he was somebody that, I think he really valued his dreams. And he valued the small things in life that made a big difference to him, you know? And I can appreciate that. And I think the world will miss him, but I kind of feel like when people leave, like they're not really gone, you know? Like maybe they're there, more than we know, or in a different way than we can describe in this physical world, you know? I don't want to get into like spiritualism or anything like that, but what I'm saying is just like, I don't think we have reality nailed down 100% yet. I think we want to. I think society demands it. Society demands that we have reality nailed down. But I don't think there's any nailing down reality. And that's the interesting thing too about YouTube, is that you get so many different points of view and so many different like realities, and you filter through them. Like the media doesn't filter through them. I mean, the algorithm does filter through them some, but based on your watch history and demographics and, you know, all their algorithm BS. But you can search anything you want, and you can watch pretty much anything you want. So you filter in your own reality at that point, you know? And I think that's what scares the media, and I think that's what scares big tech, is they want us to need them, you know? And YouTube is big tech. YouTube is Google now, you know? But at the same time, YouTube's gaining on Netflix. I think it's beating Netflix now in watch hours and views. And it's no shock to me. I mean, I can't watch Netflix anymore because it's just inauthentic bullshit. It's just, it's not even bad acting. Good acting is inauthentic bullshit, you know? And it's not that I don't have attention span for movies. A long time ago, that's what I thought. Is like, well, I can't sit down and watch a 2-hour movie because I've been watching all these 15-minute YouTube videos or whatever. But that's not true. I mean, I can watch hours of YouTube videos, you know? Or I could play them and just listen to them while I'm doing something else. That's another thing. It's like, it doesn't cost you anything to just play YouTube and go away. You know, it benefits the creators. It games the system. You know, people making spam accounts and spam videos, they're gaming the system. It's like, I'm paying for YouTube. Premium subscription's worth it. Don't watch their ads. That's how they've got you. Pay the $23 to set yourself free. It's $23 for a family plan. They're like, I'm gonna let 5 people watch it with no ads. So all my kids, they can watch it with no ads. And you want to pay for that for your kids, because the damn ads on YouTube are terrible. They'll advertise anything to anybody. So you want to make sure, just to protect your kids, that you're paying for them a subscription to YouTube. And it makes YouTube like a completely different experience. And that's the thing that like gets me, is like, I don't see why people can't understand that they're paying $150, $200 a month to the cable company to watch bullshit and just basically ads all the time. You're paying $150 a month to be advertised to, or you could pay YouTube $17 a month to not be advertised to, and to filter your own reality and to improve yourself as a human being, instead of just a mindless consumer, instead of just consuming ad after ad after ad, instead of just consuming the content that they deem acceptable for this reality, you know. And that's why I'm making videos, that's why I'm writing, that's why I'm creating, is because I'm tired of the spam, I'm tired of the bullshit, I'm tired of the inauthenticity, I'm tired of the lazy asses making the money by doing nothing. You know what I mean? I'm tired of the lazy asses sitting in their car spamming bullshit videos and making money at YouTube, you know. Let's create some content that has value. Let's create some content that has meaning. And if it doesn't have meaning to you, you know, at least it has meaning to me. But I hope it has meaning to you. I hope there's value in this content for you that watch it. But the reason I came out here today was because it was such a nice day. And I just wanted to get outside. I wanted to get out of the house because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'd planned to go to work today, but I didn't make it because I stayed up until 3:30 last night drinking 4 Roses bourbon and working on my AI girlfriend story for Substack that you should subscribe to if you're over 18, because that story is pretty rough. I don't want my kids to read it. I don't want your kids to read it. But I want an adult to read it and realize that while that story is fictional, it's true in a way. And I'm not going to say any more than that. It's a pretty good story. I'm pretty happy with it, being that I just wrote it last night and edited it today before I went public with the Substack. But I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my Substack and help me grow as a creator, as a writer, because right now I'm not monetized on YouTube. I've only got less than 400 subscribers, but I've got over 5,000 watch hours in the past month. Do you believe that? Holy God. 5,000 watch hours in the past month. I thought that was going to be the hard one to get. I got 4,000 watch hours in a week on one video. Well, one video and a couple other ones. And I'm kind of blown away by it. It's like if the algorithm can touch you, you can make it. And I don't know what algorithm wants, I tell you that, because I tried to make videos. I tried to make videos that I thought the algorithm would like, and I get no views. And my wife made a video, a little short video the other day. She wrote a little skit out, said, here, do this. And she posted it on her YouTube, a brand new YouTube account, no subscribers. And she got over 12,000 views in 2 days on a short. And I can't, like, my biggest short's like 548 views on 2 or 3 different channels. Come on. You know, it's not about what you think. You can't outthink the algorithm, I don't believe. Mr. Beast level, you can. Mr. Beast level, Google's catering to you. You know, which we're in the big tech bullshit area again. But I'm not gonna worry about that. I can't control it. I'm not gonna worry about what I can't control. I'm just gonna worry about what I can. And what I can control is that I keep making videos. Even if they tell me to stop, even because that's the best way. Block my path, block it. I love it. Thank you. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep writing. I'm gonna keep making videos even if they suck, even if they're bad, even if nobody watches them. Because at the end of the day, I'm making them for myself. Because I'm trying to find myself. Trying to find value in a world where value is distorted, in a world where they tell us what to value and they put the dollar amount on it, you know? But I don't think that's it. I think we need to find our own value. And I think we need to ascribe our own value to what's valuable. You know, we need to quit buying so much of the bullshit. We need to quit watching it. We need to quit watching their bullshit. We need to quit paying them for the bullshit. Pay for what's valuable. Pay for what's valuable to you. You know, pay not to be advertised to. You know, it's like Elon Musk said, fuck the advertisers. Yeah, he's right. I don't like him on a lot of levels, but I like him when he said that. You know, fuck the advertisers. And that's the thing, it's like I have this goal of monetization, you know, but at the same time it's like, what the hell is monetization gonna get me? Am I gonna be on the fucking tightrope with YouTube then? You know, can't say this, can't do that, scare the advertisers away. You know, we need to come to the mentality and the reality that this life is ours and we live it for ourselves and nobody else. And we shouldn't let anybody else ascribe value to it. We shouldn't let anybody else dictate the way that we live it. And by living our life like that, we'll free ourselves from living it erroneously, I believe. Yeah, living it in error, living it for someone else, some other idea. You know? That's what I think, and that's what I believe. Let's see what my watch says. My watch didn't even record the damn thing. That's great. Doesn't matter. I thought I hit the run thing, but must not have. But anyway, I did over 3 miles. I know that. I've done this before. 3 miles, and it's probably 3.5, maybe 4. But it doesn't matter. My legs are tired and sore now. And I got everything out that I felt like I needed to get out. Somebody dropped the coloring page. I don't know what that is, but it's not that bad of a drawing. Somebody's got talent. It's a good piece of paper too. I'm gonna hang on to it. Oh my God, I can't believe I made it back already. It's almost dark. What a trip. 17 minutes. So that took me an hour and 20 minutes or so. to get down there and back. That's a jog. And I don't even have water. I didn't bring any water. I got a soda over there. Oh, yeah. My phone. There's value in that too. Didn't look at the phone for an hour and a half. Except for that time I dropped it, but I didn't look at it then other than just pick it up and put it in my bag. And there's value in that. There's value in looking away. There's value in not being connected to the internet every hour of every day and having it control your thoughts. Even though I'm making a YouTube video that I will put up on the internet, I'm not thinking about what the internet thinks of me right at the moment when I'm making it. Chinese New Year 2025. Celebrate the New Year. New dangerous asteroids coming for Earth very soon.